Just when we were about to get the bike, something happened. Welcome to my university experience. I attended one of the most notorious universities in Nigeria. I went for choir rehearsal, and then this choir rehearsal in a market area. And then we usually have choir rehearsals in the evening around 4 o'clock to probably 7 o'clock was when this rehearsal was happening. But then because I was a junior, I was a fresher in school, I usually go back home with, people that were in 300 level, 400 level, that our hostels were around the same area. Then it happened where about taking a bike, to our various places because in my school area, what we use mostly to move from place to place is bike. Just when we were about to get the bike, something happened. We heard gunshots, about three of them, pow, 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 everywhere. And then we were like, what's happening? In a twinkle of an eye, everybody was all over the place. Even people that were supposed to go home together were all over the place. I started running in directions that I've never been to before. As a fresher, my first instinct was to run into the closest and nearest building I could find. Then I found a particular building. I ran into it because that building was close to the market area. Everybody in the house that heard the gunshot were all moving about. They were locking their doors, they were closing their doors. Then I ran towards a particular room door and I started knocking furiously. Please open, please open, please open. These people were couples. He refused to open the door for me. I was literally weeping at the door, begging that they should open the door. These guys did not open the door. Because of how buildings were in my school area, some of these buildings did not have, they don't have a fence around it. It's just the building straight up. I Nobody was responding to me. I had to keep moving. I started running. People were running. The whole market area was scattered. Everybody was pushing each other, running in different directions. I ran to the point that I could not recognize where I was anymore. I had to stop. And then when I saw that, I ran to a particular point that I couldn't hear people's voices anymore. It was so dark. It was an area that I've never been to. Around this time was like 8 something past 8, almost 9 o'clock. I was confused. And where I just stood waiting and thinking of what next to do. I saw one of my friends that we attended rehearsal together. She also ran in my direction. And then we're thinking of what to do next, what to do next. We can't go back. The only way to go home is to go through that same area, which is not possible. We are not going to do that. Then we decided, oh, let's just look forward to stay the night, to spend the night. Let's see if we can find a church, where we can just stay and spend the night. Then tomorrow morning we'll go back home. We couldn't find a church around that area. It was getting late because we're freshers. We did not want to walk too much and stay out too late. So we decided to walk into a particular hostel. So there was a hostel not too far from where we were walking around. And then we just saw a particular lady, begged her that, oh, there was a fight at the junction. We think it was cultists. They were shooting. Please, can we spend the night at your place? This lady did something that struck both me and my friend. This lady does not know us before. This was around 9 o'clock in the night. This lady accepted us into her apartment. She allowed us spend the night in her place. She gave us what to eat. Even though her room was small and then it was just a small bed in her room, she allowed us stay on her bed, and allowed us spend the night with her without knowing us before. I'm sure she could barely even fully see our face. We stayed at this lady's place over the night, and in the morning, we just stood up and went to our house. This experience is one I can never forget. And then this was fresh into uni.